Just to briefly talk about revolution, when people talk about revolution, there's always this good feeling that people have that, oh, if we do this, it's going to solve our problem. If we do this, most times, if you look at the histories of revolutions, there are hardly there are very few violent revolution or bloody revolution that actually led to lasting changes. It's always the one that looks as if is the one that's not working. Bloodless revolution are always the best way to go. And 2023 election was actually a revolution. Right from everything leading up to it was people standing up and saying, look, we want to change the system. We don't need to go the way where we are going to shed blood. There are people who feel that, oh, in terms of them looking at Nigerians as being passive, their own thinking is that, oh, you just allow things to be done. You're not carrying arms. You're not doing this thing. Evil cannot be solved with evil, because there are certain things that if you do, you become like the people that you're fighting. I've seen a lot of people who have said that, oh, you know, this election, you could have done this way, you could have behaved this way, you could have had this, you could have had this kind of talks. Then you do all of those, then you're not better than the people that you're trying to replace, and you're going to do worse, because the moment it takes, it continues to take you down that place. It might look as if it's hard, right? But definitely just focusing on doing the right thing, focusing on changing those systems, no matter how hard they are, it's what gets it done. A revolution comes with that mentality where people feel, we can just do this now and everything is over. But it's always never like that. If you do that bloody revolution right now, who are the people that you're going to put in the leadership position? You find a lot of places where people have actually gone on to do revolution, but they didn't think through. In anything that happens, you have to start with the end in mind. The end in mind, what is it that you're looking for? We want good leaders in places. Right now, do we have those good leaders? Do we have somebody that can be president? Okay, fine, you say we have someone that can be, that won the 2023 election, that we know can be president, that can do the right thing for the nation. Do we have those governors that can also do the same thing? You can say, okay, there's one, Alex Otti doing this. How many others do you have? Do we have this? Do we have that? These are some of the things that need to be put in place so that if anything, by the time you're done, you're able to have people that you put on in there. But if you don't and just feel like, oh, let's get on the streets, let's do this, let's do that. And I've seen a lot of people, you know, who have been calling out Nigeria. But the thing is that right from the day that they started announcing results, people were on the streets. People were demonstrating. Even right to when the Supreme Court judgment, people were on the streets. How many joined them? You see people who don't join. There are people who, from all of those protests, they were there. But most times we find people who actually don't join, who actually don't go. We say to you, oh, we are waiting for this because you're waiting for certain whatever to be there. The revolution that will happen, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again here. Nobody is going to call for it. Nobody is going to say to Nigerians, oh, come and do revolution. Oh, we are coming out on so day. Oh, we are going to wear this color of cloth. Oh, we are going to produce banners. No. When that will come, everybody will jump on the streets on their own. You look right, you say, bros, you there here? You serve, sis, you serve there here. That's the way. That kind of thing. And it can happen sooner than later. Many people never expected EndSARS protest to happen. Even myself here, I remember on the 1st of October 2020, I was berating Nigerians. I was like, because there was a protest that was by that day. Many people didn't turn up. There were like less than 100 people that came. And I was like, this is Nigeria. They would do 10,000 retweets online, but they will never come out to protest. 7 days later, Nigerians were on the street. So anything can happen. But before everything, there's no one solution to something. There are different ways of finding solution. Why that? If it's revolution, whatever it is, it happens. But before then, can there be other ways that, and I think those are some of the things that had just been put out. Can there be other ways that can be used? In the meantime, why that revolution will happen when it will happen, let's find the other things that can be done to ensure that we get that good governance that we are looking for. Giving up can never be an option, because the moment we give up, we self-defeat. The generation, my generation and the generation before mine, they always fought and they got to a place and they got tired and they moved on. Decades later, the generation that they gave birth to are telling them that they never did anything. And that's the same place where this generation is at right now. You are getting to that place. And if you give up and say, oh, we're not going to do anything because this and that, I can assure you that in the next 20, 30, 40 years, some other generation will be looking at you and telling you that you did nothing. Then you'll be like, did you see what happened in EndSARS? Did you see what happened to Obedient Movement? Did you see this? Did this? They was like, they can't say it because the result is not there. So that giving up, too many generations have given up before. This is not the time for us to give up. This is the time for us. Let's find different processes. Fine. Yes, revolution is the answer. So yeah, that's one of the answers. It can't be the only answer. What's the next one that needs to be done?